Good evening, my friends. How are you? Today we will answer an important question. Why do women secretly love 6 things more than money? Female psychology confirms that there is an increasingly widespread belief that girls only think about rich men. This idea has been repeated to the point that many people have come to see it as a reality. But the truth is completely different. Financial stability is important, but it is not the main factor that makes a woman truly attached. Women, by nature, biologically and psychologically, are more attracted to qualities that are far beyond the subject of money. Qualities that give a sense of security, self-confidence, a clear direction in life, and emotional strength. The most beautiful thing is that all of these qualities are under your control, and you can develop them no matter where you start. In this video, we will discover together 6 strong qualities that women value in a man more than money. These are not temporary gestures or tricks. These are genuine things that express your inner strength and personal growth. If you have ever asked yourself how there are men who lie to special women without showing off their money or status, you will find the answer here. So stay with us until the end, because understanding these 6 qualities can change how you see yourself and how women see you as well. Before we begin, remember to use this advice within a religious and moral framework and in the right way that preserves the dignity and rights of the other party. Don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell to receive all the new notifications. Let's start with the first thing: strong presence and natural charm. There is a type of man who doesn't need to speak loudly to attract attention. He enters the place and the atmosphere changes, not because of his expensive clothes or loud speech, but because of something deeper and stronger. His presence alone says something that words cannot describe. Women feel it before they even think of insulting him. It is not just admiration. It is an instinctive biological factor within a woman's psyche. There is an internal drive that searches for a man who gives her security, stability, and strength. Development itself is the way a woman is attracted to qualities that lead to staying safe and having a future. When a man carries himself calmly and dignified, has a clear goal, and respects himself, he does not wait for approval from anyone. Then he is not only attractive, but he acts like a magnet. She does not need to beg her. His calmness is unshakable. He does not wait for approval from anyone. You do not have to be the richest or the loudest in the group to leave an impact, but you must command your respect, especially from other men. From here, the real feeling of value begins when people see you as a respectable man and that you have control over yourself. The message is conveyed in a way that you are able to lead, able to protect, and able to remain steadfast in the midst of any storm. This is the reason that makes her attracted to you without her realizing it. How can you notice this in your stance, in your calm manner when you walk, in your confident tone of voice, or even in your reaction during times of pressure? How you stand up when someone tries to provoke or shake you. These things speak louder than any compliment or flattering words. Nowadays, the image has become louder than the truth. The man whose strength is in his calmness and his work has become rare, and the rare one is you who raise the lesson here. It is simple. The person whose fuel is felt even in a moment of silence. When a man embodies calmness and has a clear direction and respect that he has earned himself, he does not need to impress anyone. He is just himself. And this is the type of presence that a woman will never forget easily. The second social quality and social proof, there is something that quietly attracts attention to the man who moves comfortably among people. He does not need to control the conversation or keep showing off. His presence is enough to make people turn around him. Those around him laugh, not because he is trying to attract attention, but because he knows how to read the situation well. He listens. He speaks easily and quickly, and even if a woman does not know exactly what attracts her to him, her instinct tells her that he is a person who is trustworthy and difficult to forget. Being sociable does not mean being the loudest or the most outgoing. It does not mean that you are emotionally available among people. The man who can communicate simply with others shows that he has a sense of belonging, and women sense this instinctively. The man with this personality is, in fact, answering a deep question inside her without her asking him. If I give him my trust, will I be safe? Will I be understood and appreciated? A man with strong social connections will answer this question without speaking, but you have to know that this kind of presence doesn't just happen. This is magic, and with acting, it starts with real communication. It appears in the way you ask questions, and behind them is meaning, in remembering people's names and making the person in front of you feel seen and important. It's also a kind of confidence that you generate without having to brag, along with humility that makes others shine. Humor also plays a role here, not repeated jokes, but quick wit that shows that you are present, attentive, and interacting with the energy of the place. You don't have to be the star of every party, but if you are able to build friendships, expand your circle, and attend regularly, you will be the person people naturally trust. Then, when a woman sees this, she will not only notice you, but also believe in you, because the man people trust is the same one they will want to know more about, and curiosity is usually the first step to something deeper. Third class, humor and social intelligence. Humor is not just a way to laugh. This is a very powerful psychological weapon. When a man makes a woman laugh from her heart, he is not only creating a moment of pleasure, but he is also building a bond between them. That little moment of laughter translates in her mind into a sense of security, agreement, and maybe something deeper. Humor is not just a joke, it's social intelligence, the right tone, and the ability to turn ordinary situations into enjoyable experiences. It's a way to break any barriers without the other party feeling threatened. When humor is mixed with emotional awareness, it reveals a man who knows how to balance his life, a man who doesn't take himself too seriously all the time. This gives a sense of flexibility and the ability to face challenges without collapsing. Humor is also a sign of intelligence, not just academic intelligence, but intelligence of the moment, intelligence of the heart, and intelligence of the soul. A woman who laughs with you opens her heart and gives you her trust, even if just a little. At that point, you're not just a listener, but also a person who's hard to forget. The fourth quality is leadership and purpose. Deep down, every woman desires a man who knows where he's going, not because he has to take her with him every step of the way, but because if she chooses to walk beside him, she knows that she won't just fall into line. A man with a goal is completely different from a man who is just busy. A busy person runs without a direction, but a purposeful person walks in a steady line towards a clear destination. This kind of man is reassured. He has an inner compass, a vision that makes him wake up every day, and this creates an energy that is difficult to resist because it indicates stability in a world full of distractions. It indicates sincerity in striving. The need is greater than temporary desires. When you have a goal, you do not need to beg for attention. You are on your way, and you do not lie to those who are in harmony with your vision. Women sense this, and they like a man who does not need them to fill an inner void. A man who is complete in himself, but at the same time, he welcomes partnership, not dependence. Power here does not mean control. It does not mean guidance. It means leading with humility, while listening and making decisions based on real values. A woman may be attracted to appearance or money in a moment, but in the long run, she is attached to someone who makes her feel that she is not alone in a lost ship. True leadership does not shout, it nudges with steadfastness. Fifth grade emotional intelligence and self-control. In today's world, many people are confused by their feelings. The man who understands himself and his feelings and knows how to deal with them consciously has become rare. This does not mean that he is weak. On the contrary, it means that it is deep. He doesn't suppress his feelings nor let them control him. Don't you notice this very much? You see your reaction during a disagreement. Do you scream? Do you run away? Or do you face the situation calmly and firmly? Emotional intelligence doesn't mean that you remain cold, but that you understand yourself and those around you, knowing when to be silent and when to speak, when to contain yourself, and when to set clear boundaries. Self-control is the basis of any healthy relationship. The man who doesn't explode with anger under pressure and who doesn't break those around him to prove himself is the man who really makes a woman feel emotionally secure. Emotional security is a rare quality, more valuable than money itself, because it can't be bought with money, but rather built on situations and circumstances. But the sixth quality is authenticity and honesty. There is nothing more attractive than a man who knows who he is and doesn't apologize for himself. He's not arrogant, but honest. He doesn't pretend to be someone else to gain admiration. And he doesn't change his positions based on what people want. This man doesn't run after acceptance because he knows his destiny isn't limited to anyone's opinion. This confidence isn't arrogance. It's deep-rooted confidence, and a woman feels that what's in front of her is what she'll take without masks. The authentic man isn't afraid to say no. He's not afraid to be different and doesn't exaggerate to appear perfect. And this actually puts the other party at ease because a real relationship starts from the moment the masks end. Honesty brings trust, and trust opens the heart. And when a woman opens her heart to a real man, the bond between them becomes deep, not just superficial. In the end, money can open doors, but what keeps the door open are these qualities because they address something deeper than mere desire. They address instinct, security, and authenticity. So don't fall into the trap that you have to be rich to be feared. Instead, be a man who has presence, a goal, understands his feelings, has a sincere laugh, and has real intentions. These are the things a woman never forgets. Thank you for watching. If you found the content useful, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Always keep growing and be the same inside as you want to be outside. Why?